Okay, so welcome back to another video. Let's get right into it. We're just gonna do a trade recap. If you're new to this channel, basically we are I am trying to get funded through a Topstep account. So we have like a trading strategy that I follow, and yeah, just trying to do a recap, seeing where I can improve, see where I went wrong, see what I did right. So yeah, let's get into it. This is a trade from, we're already after midnight, so it's the next day, but this trade was from earlier today, around like 1:30. So if we look back at this trade, what I typically like to trade is the RSI. And when we look back at this trade, I was in somewhere around here. And what I was seeing was, when I look back on the stochastic RSI, I saw that we had this move here on the stochastic RSI. One of the numbers I like on the stochastic RSI is the 99.1. I see we touched that blue line, touched the 99.1. I look immediately to the left, and we had incomplete oscillations to the downside, which I like to use the negative 0.54. So in my mind, I'm thinking sells throughout the day. And as you kind of looked, and that's one of the positive things I can say is today we did a good job of patience. Well, I did a good job of patience and waiting, not jumping the gun, kind of waiting for the market to come to me. Did a good job in that. Even though we took a L, we were in the green for a little, for a little bit, and then I'll get into that. So you can see, we kind of started on the 5-minute. We started to make lower highs, lower lows, and that just kind of until we kind of reached this support area right here that I have marked out. Sorry, my chart's a little slow. So let's get into the trade. So the reason why I got into this trade was as we came up to this resistance, right? And I'm seeing that on the stochastic RSI again, we had this complete oscillation here, but to the left, incomplete oscillation to the downside. That let me know, and the way I use the stochastic RSI is that we had some more downside left in us. Now, whether this is the entry to catch that, I don't know, right? That's why we place the trade, we manage our risk, and we see where we go from there. So when we came back up here, what made me get into this and make my entry in here is not only were we at this resistance, but if I go to the 3-minute, usually I most of the time I do my entries on the 3-minute, and I like to see either the stochastic RSI on the 3-minute get completed on the oscillation to the 99.1, or a swing high, a new swing high, whichever comes first. So what came first was this move here. So I entered in, I think on this candle, I got in somewhere on that wick. So if we look, we use the short tool, I got in somewhere on that wick there. My stop loss was here. I don't remember, I think I got in a little bit higher. It was like maybe like here, because I wasn't risking 50 points. I think it was like 40 some points to try to make, my idea was to come down here to try to make 118 points. I was hoping to see us kind of come sweep these lows, but as you can see, got in here, as we started to kind of trend back down, I was up. In here. I was green. And if you look on the 5-minute, the way I take profit is I let the stochastic RSI let me know when to take profit. So you can't see it now, but when the market was live, this on a 5-minute stochastic RSI actually came into this area right here. It wasn't the stochastic RSI didn't close yet. It was still open, but it came into the zone right here. See where that dotted line is right there? It came right below it. And typically with my strategy, once we do that on the stochastic RSI, no matter what price is at, I'm supposed to close out most of my positions and leave one runner. And I didn't do that because I was only able to get 2 positions, and normally I like to get in 4 positions when I enter a trade. But with this one, because the risk was so much, 46 points, I was only risking I only got in with 2 contracts on this trade, and I was risking like $100 or something like that. No, I'm sorry, it was $200, which is my daily loss limit lockout number that I've set for myself on the Topstep account, just to help manage my risks. I don't lose too much for the day. And mind you, this is an evaluation account, so it's a compound, so it's not real money, it's fake money. Okay, but once we can make it out the evaluation account, then we can make it to becoming funded. All right. So again, that's what I can pinpoint as the error I made today. Is I think I did mostly everything right. Right. My entry was solid. I saw this yellow line here, resistance. I noticed that. I noticed the support line down here. Okay, stochastic RSI, I waited for it to play out, and the market gave me a good entry, and it gave me some good profit, but I slipped up on that. On what my strategy is, when we come down in this area, again, you can't see it now, but when it was live, it did come down into this area, and typically, if that happens, I want to get rid of most of my positions and have one runner. And if I had did that, it would have been a profitable day. And that would have kind of kept me in the game to where if I did want to continue trading, it gave you this beautiful setup here at 3:30 Eastern time. Gave you this beautiful setup for sales back into this area right here. And it swept those lows and then went back up. So that's how the day went. So it's not bad. I like how today I can pinpoint one error. It wasn't multiple errors. It was just really one. So again, the point is to get better every day, even if it's 1% better, 2% better, 5% better, whatever. Just get better every day. Try to cut out the mistakes to eventually get to a funded account. I've done it once before, and I lost that account within a week or 2. But I know we can get there again. Just having discipline, patience, good money management, and we'll get there. So that's the breakdown of my trade. We'll be back again tomorrow, which is today because it's already after midnight. But I'll be back again, and we'll do this again.